Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So we're continuing my top 100 games of all time. Today is 60 to 51. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go right into it. Number 60 is going to be this old classic called Five Tribes. So Five Tribes is a game where you set up the map itself, and you're placing these meeples in certain order, and then you're taking the action of certain colored meeples. It's a little bit of area control and everything. Combat is pretty clean, very light. You're almost like bidding for your turn every game. There's certain items that you can pick up, certain cards to collect, and there's like jinn or genies that help you with more special powers. I haven't played with any of the expansions, but just the base game alone is so much fun. This game actually was a little bit of a surprise for me because I picked it up on Amazon. I think they had a sale a few years ago, not knowing what I was going to get myself into, and this game really took me by storm. I enjoyed it a lot. My wife enjoys it a lot as well, and she's not a gamer, but definitely a game you guys should check out. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. It's been around for a while now, and that is Five Tribes. That is my number 60. So my number 59 is a game I just reviewed not too long ago. This is a two-player game that has a lot of bluffing, some area control, and that is Mob Big Apple. So Mob Big Apple is a two-player game. You're trying to collect a it's more like crates that contain contraband or liquor. It takes place during the 30s. And you're secretly placing these poker chips that you have secret gangs at each location, and the other player doesn't know how much you have. But you're also doing like drive-by shootouts, manipulating the dice, a little bit of worker placement, doing certain actions on your turn. The game is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite two-player games right now. Definitely check out my review from a few months ago. I believe I did it like a month or two ago. That is Mob Big Apple. Definitely check it out. My number 58 is a oldie, about 20 years old, still a classic, and this is a Euro. It's called Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, you are running a farm or your own town and stuff. You're building buildings, growing different crops and stuff. But what I really like about this game that maybe some people might not like is that it is a mean little Euro. Usually, a lot of Euros are they're pretty solitaire, but there's a lot of interaction in this game, especially with other players, because you're picking which role you want to take each round. But there's also ways that you can screw players over by preventing them from selling different crops and stuff. First time I played this game, I loved it. I ended up buying it. I actually got it for pretty cheap. There's a new version out right now, more updated version. But if you're interested in playing it, definitely highly recommend. That's Puerto Rico. That is my number 58. My number 57 is a game that I didn't think was going to like, because I thought it was going to be more of a gimmick than anything else, because of how many dice are in the freaking game. But that is Roll for the Galaxy. So this is like a sequel to Roll for the Galaxy. I'm sorry, Race for the Galaxy. This is a game that it's very similar to Race in the way that you're selecting, doing a different action every turn. Seeing where you want to manipulate your actions. But this time we're using dice. Now, Race is a good two-player game. I have Race, but I haven't played it physically. I've played the digital version, but not enough to see if I really like it. But I have played Roll a bunch of times, and there's a digital version as well. This plays well with up to 4 people. Race, I know, is great at 2. This is not good at 2 players, but again, I played this. I had a lot of fun with it. I ended up buying it. And I just love bringing it to the table. I think I said 4 before. It plays up to 5. Yeah, it could be a little noisy when everybody's rolling the dice and stuff, but I like that there's different dice that you can collect. Gives you different powers, and you're trying to build again different civilizations or parts of your base. But yeah, still really great game, still a classic. That's my number. What did I say? 57. Losing track. My number 57. Roll for the Galaxy. My number 56 is another game that caught me by surprise. I didn't think much of it when it first came out, and saw it on sale at Barnes & Noble. I saw some good reviews on it. I said, you know what, let me give it a chance. It was cheap. And that is the Red Cathedral. Red Cathedral is also another little Euro. Here it's this tiny little box, but there's a lot of game in this tiny little box. In this game, you and other players are constructing the Red Cathedral, and you're rolling dice, manipulating those dice to different parts on the board, using them to take different actions. Again, another thing I like about this game is that it can be really mean, because if somebody's building a certain part of the cathedral, and you're building underneath them, and I'm sorry, if you build, I believe it's if you build underneath them and you complete it before they complete their part, you could screw them over. Or if it was the other way around, if you build on top of where they're trying to build, I forgot. But yeah, the components are really nice. Gameplay is pretty quick too. The only gripe I have with this game is the end game scoring could be a pain in the ass. There's a lot, it's really mathy, a lot of stuff going on. But other than that, this is a great, fantastic little game. Looking forward to trying out the expansion, which I have. I think it's called Contractors. Yeah, that just came out not too long ago for this game. But yeah, that's my number 56, the Red Cathedral. Great game. All right, let's get it going. Number 55, I have right here behind me, and that's Star Wars Rebellion. That's too big of a box. I'll just leave it there. I'll just show it off to you guys. But again, I'm sure many of you already know about Star Wars Rebellion. It's 2 to 4 players, mostly meant to play it as 2. I enjoy playing it 2 against 2. I just like working as a team against the others. But it's a cat and mouse game. The rebels, they pick a secret planet. They hold their secret base, and the Empire's trying to find that planet and destroy the base. But combat, simple dice chucking combat. Each team could go on different missions. It's Star Wars in a box. I hear that the expansion makes it even better. I will say it's hard to get to the table because the game could go for a while. Our first game went 5 hours, and that was with breaks, because it's a lot, and the rule book's pretty damn big too. There's a lot going on in the game, but it's a blast once you get to play it. Really want to try it with the expansion. If leave it in the comments if anybody's played with the expansion. Let me know, if it's worth it or not. But yeah, that's my number 55. That is Star Wars Rebellion. My number 54 is a game I finally got off my shelf of shame not too long ago. So this is an app-based game I guess you could call it almost like a video game more than a board game. Again, if that's your opinion, and that is Destiny. So Destiny is a narrative game where it's 1 to 3 players, where each player picks a different role. Every game is going to have a different role that they pick, and they're trying to complete their own destiny. Now, I say it's a narrative game because each player has their own story that they're trying to fulfill. There's not much interaction with other players, but it's still competitive as you're trying to race and complete your story before everybody else does. It's app-based, so you're like scanning the board, you're scanning different items to use against enemies and stuff. The combat's not much. Again, I haven't played to the part where there's been a lot of combat, but it's more like searching around. You're fighting certain enemies and stuff, but it didn't feel too strong. But it's really the narrative experience that you have playing this game, and that I enjoyed a lot. It can go pretty long. It says the box is 120, 150 minutes. With 3 players, there's a lot of downtime, so it can go 3 hours. I still think it's easier to get to the table, only because, again, it's not. I don't want to say there's a lot of components, but again, the app does everything for you. But still, a great game. I have the expansion, Sea and Sand expansion. I liked it so much that I bought the expansion. But yeah, definitely check it out if you're into these type of games. Again, I don't think it's for everybody, but for me, I love this game a lot. That's why it is my number 54. That is Destiny's. Okay, so number 53 is actually a silly little, I call it a party game. And that is QE. So I bought this with the Board Game Tables Kickstarter. I recently got it about a month or 2 ago. And it's just a ton of silly fun. Yeah, you're playing as a different country, and you're trying to buy commodities around the globe. It could be like certain properties, stocks, whatever it is. And you're putting your own bid. You could bid $1 billion if you want, but the catch is that the player who bid the most money or spent the most money is going to automatically lose at the end. Plays up to 5 players. I think it is best at 5. A ton of fun. I love this game so much. It's one of the best party games I've ever played. Again, when people think of party games, they think of like up to maybe 8, 10 players, but 5 is the sweet spot with this game. I have the commodities expansion in here. I haven't played with that yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing that. But yeah, it's a ton of silly fun. That is my number 53 QE. Number 52, I have the box in there. I didn't want to touch it because of the way it's organized. If I mess up the organization, I'm going to be here all day reorganizing it all over again. But this is a card game, cooperative card game, called Legendary Alien. So it's based off the Alien movies, 1 through 4, Resurrection. And it's you're pretty much trying to complete the missions and stuff, trying to go through each objective. But it's a ton of fun, and it's hard too. I have yet to win a game yet. So you have these cards that are face down, and sometimes it could be a face hugger, and you have to like kill it before it implants an alien in you, and then you die, and then that's it. Everyone loses the game. So it's different than Legendary Marvel in that way. I think it's a little bit better than Legendary Marvel. Legendary Marvel can be a little competitive as well, but this is a straight up cooperative experience, and it's a ton of fun. If you're looking for a cooperative game, I just heard it went out of print. So is it worth $100? I think that's how much they're charging now on eBay. I would say yes. If you're a big cooperative guy, again, if you're looking for a challenge, if you love the Alien movies, I highly recommend it. If you don't like the Alien movies, I still highly recommend it because it's just a really great cooperative game. And if you're a fan of the Legendary series, you're going to love this game as well. That is my number 52, Legendary Alien. So my number 51, to close this video off, is a game I also just reviewed not too long ago, a 2-player game, and that is Caesar. Seize Rome in 20 minutes, and that's exactly what it is. It's a game that plays in 20 minutes or less. I've definitely played many games in less that time, but you're building your bag up and you're trying to take over Rome. And there's nothing that sticks out here. You know, the art is very bland, but again, it's still a fun little quick simple game that you can easily get to the table, where one player plays as Rome, the other playing as oh geez, the hell was it called? Pompeii, that's right. And you're putting these little circular discs on the board, and it shows a number, and the number where you place the number is is where that value is going to go towards the area. And it's a lot of back and forth with the other player, and then there's a little modular expansion here that adds more special powers to it. But yeah, really a ton of fun. One of the best 2-player games out there. One of my favorite 2-player games. If you haven't played it, definitely check it out. That's Caesar. Seize Rome in 20 minutes. And there you go. I did this video in less than 20 minutes. Well, I believe it's like 12 now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any question, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. And let me know if we have any crossovers, if there's any games that that we have in common. Whatever you guys want to talk about. The comment section is open. Until next time, have a great time, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I stated before, please like and subscribe. It would help this channel a lot. Be good, guys. Have a great one.